whip it, throw the toy out, wait for eye contact, then cue them to go and chase it. If your dog immediately charges at the toy, simply pick it up and place it out further away from your dog. If they can't look away, just stand still and wait them out. We want to teach our deaf dogs that the very best games happen only after they've given us eye contact. When you're first starting out, give your dog lots of easy wins. As soon as they catch it, let them parade around with their prize. Some dogs will shake the toy like they're trying to kill it. This is totally okay. We're giving our dogs an appropriate outlet for their natural instincts. The other thing they may do is lay down or try to dissect the toy. We definitely don't want that. If it's safe, simply drag the toy away. Sloppy mouths lose lunch. If it's not possible to whisk it away, then simply walk up the line and cue them to give. We reset, I wait for a moment of eye contact, and again cue Havoc to go get it. In this first stage, we build both desire for the game and a mini amount of self-control. But we actually don't want to go too heavy on the self-control. Always balance it out with plenty of easy wins and top up that desire. Why? Because we don't want this to be a party trick. We want that same crazy desire that they might get when they see a critter. Once we've got that level of temptation, then we can see if they can control themselves. Look, you'll see that Havoc struggles to leave the toy after dropping it. Again, don't panic. We just need a bit more disengagement value, and that is exactly what our games build. For the next level, we ask for a behaviour, then throw out the toy and see if they can hold position. You'll see that Havoc very quickly looks at me, so I cue him to go chase it. If your dog breaks position, simply pick up the toy and try again with the toy a bit further away. You might also notice that I don't cue stay. Sit means sit until I tell you to do something else. We don't need stay. For the next level, we first lay the toy out and then see if they can do a behaviour. You can cue any behaviour you like, but just make sure you mix it up because smart dogs will start to anticipate and you'll have a useless party trick. I've been a bit sneaky here and I've asked for middle. This is generally much harder because the dog needs to physically move away from the toy. Again, I'm not concerned that Havoc needs some extra help. This just tells me that we're working at the perfect level for him. This is the layer where we're building not just self-control, but disengagement. Havoc is starting to see value in moving away from something he wants. Now, if Havoc broke position or he couldn't respond to the cue, I'd simply pick up the toy and try an easier level. It's no drama. Another level we can add on is movement. If we throw the toy out and move it around a bit, can Havoc still control himself and respond to cues? If he can, great things happen. If he couldn't, again, I'd just pick the toy up and then try an easier level. The next level of the game is called Flip It. When the dog is mid-chase, we flip the toy over and see if they can resist chasing it. If they stop chasing all of their own accord, then we can cue them to go and chase the toy again. But if they rush to chase it, then we just flip it again and again and again until they choose to pause. Imagine the power of this game. How cool would it be if your dog could see a critter moving and interpret that movement as a cue to stop and look at you? You could then reinforce that choice by giving them an appropriate item to chase, like a tug toy. And you can see throughout this whole game, we're never bribing our dog or pleading with them to pay attention. I can tell you now, no amount of pleading or bribing is going to convince a deaf dog mid-chase that you're a better deal. Instead, we reinforce our dog for choosing not to chase. We're also building a ton of reinforcement history for choosing to play with you. They're learning that you're a good deal, so they're more likely to choose your game when faced with real life distractions out and about. final level, we flip and then cue our dog to come away. Again, the opportunity to chase reinforces that disengagement. This is how we build genuine self-control. Instead of trying to squash their desire by saying no or using other aversives, we give our dogs the opportunity to practice self-control and build value in moving away from things they love.